Hey, shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, call halayim Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatab Yahweh Allah coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And I got a quick lesson today. All right, Lord's will, it's edifying. But basically going into trust in the Lord. All right, and as we come to the end, all right, and Esau comes down with great wrath and eventually pushes his charagma. All right, he's gonna want us to lean upon him. All right, and we're coming out of that mentality. All right, we're coming out of being in the world. We're putting off that old man, and what are we doing? We're becoming that new creature, and we're understanding, and we've been given that gift of faith to rely and trust on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, and we understand if we trust this man, nothing good's gonna happen. All right, nothing good's gonna come of it, and ultimately it's gonna lead to our destruction if we trust this man. All right, but see, we have a more sure power. All right, we have a more reliable power, the most reliable power, and that's Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so I'm gonna start with this. This is Proverb 3:31, and it says, "Envy thou not the oppressor." All right, and you have to, realize who the oppressor is. All right, when you do any type of little research, you go into any type of industry. All right, you go into the track record of the so-called white man Esau Edom. All right, even to what he's doing now. Going into the food, the pharmaceutical industry. Anything. All right, this man is oppressing us, and why is that? Because he's been given that control. All right, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, and when he keeps us in a position, going against our power, not trusting in our power, all right, he's able to keep his position, all right, as ruler. Okay, but see, that's all changing. That's all backfiring on him. Okay, and the elect, all right, are coming back to the trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, we're not trusting in this devil anymore. But it says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways." So we're supposed to understand to not choose anything that this man is offering. All right, we understand his society is corrupt. All right, we understand that anything that he has a hand in is corrupt. All right, and ultimately, all right, it's gonna lead to our destruction if we continue to trust in this man. All right, but see, we have Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. We have this knowledge. We have this wisdom, and ultimately we know that this devil isn't gonna win. So there's no reason to trust him. All right, there's no reason to choose any of his ways. This is Proverbs 11:21. It says, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered." All right, and so what does that mean? So if you join in hand, if you're choosing this man's ways, if you trust in the wicked, all right, and we understand who the wicked is, Malachi the first chapter, all right, which is the wicked is Esau Edom, and by process of elimination, we understand Esau Edom is the so-called white man. All right, and the top tribe is what those small hats who happen to call themselves, the Ish. All right, but see, you have the majority of our people who like to choose, this man's ways, who like to trust in this man's ways. All right, to like to be, a part of his world. All right, but what does it say? Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, so even if you're with this man, even if you trust this man, all right, it says the wicked shall not be unpunished. So that goes for our people as well. All right, because Esau Edom's going to get his reward. He's going to be taken out of power. All right, he's going to be put into pure hardcore slavery. All right, but not before this place over here in America is nuked. But you have the majority of our people, all right, by way of prophecy and by way of just trusting in the devil, all right, that are gonna want his kingdom to continue, so they're gonna have to be destroyed as well. All right, but it says what? But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. And why is the seed of the righteous gonna be delivered? Because they're not joining hand in hand with the wicked. All right, they're learning how to lean upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 30, and start from the top, verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children." All right, woe meaning destruction. And what is the majority of our people? All right, rebellious. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right, and who are people taking counsel of if it's not Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? Well, they're taking counsel primarily of the devil. All right, primarily of the wicked that the Bible speaks of, and that's Esau, Edom. All right, here, what do they do if any type of trouble comes up? All right, who are they calling? They're calling Esau. If any type of ailment comes up in the body, who are they going to? Esau. All right, his hospitals. All right, if they want to do any type of learning, education, who do they go to? Esau. All right, Esau. That's who they go to get all their answers. Instead of going to who? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, so what does it say? Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right, because you trusting in the devil, all right, you're trusting in the man of sin. What is that going to lead to? That's going to lead to sin. All right, that walk to go down unto Egypt. Okay, and this America is the modern day Egypt. I believe that's Revelation, the 11th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. All right, it says that walk to go down unto Egypt and have not asked at my mouth. Why? Because Egypt represents that oppression. All right, and also the same idolatry which was going on in Egypt is here in America today. All right, Washington D.C. they got the obelisk. All right, they got all the same type of idols that Egypt had. All right, and it also represents that oppression. The same type of oppression we were in Egypt is the same thing we're going through now. The scriptures say we are yet this day in our captivity. All right, Esau, Edom has control. But it says that walk to go down unto Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's what our people do. All right, they trust in this place. They trust in this society. They trust in what Esau, Edom is pushing here. All right, that's where they put their faith in. Okay, but this is the point. Verse 3, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right, so it's going to get to the point where you trusting in the devil, all right, you trusting in this man's system and ultimately going to this man's system, it's going to be your shame, all right? Because what's going to happen if you take the chip, all right, you take the charagma, you're going to be destroyed. You can read that in Revelations, the 14th chapter, all right? And not only that, okay, the Lord is he's going to bring all hell. The scriptures talk about it, Jacob's trouble, all right? The scriptures talk about Esau, Edom coming down with great wrath. All right, he's primarily aiming for our people. Now, is he going to distinguish if you're a good slave or not? If you trust him or not? He don't care. All right, he's going to be coming indiscriminately. All right, if I'm saying that word right. All right, now when you trust in this man, and he comes down, with great wrath, and you start, catching hell. All right, and ultimately, doing bad. Well, it's your confusion, because you're not supposed to trust this devil. All right, we've been telling you, starting from our apostles and elders on down, that this man does not give one inkling about you. All right, no matter if you listen to him or not, he does not care. He's still coming down. The scriptures say it. Revelation 12:12. All right. So that's why it's going to be your shame and your confusion, because here it is, you're going to be trusting in the devil, but it's not going to work out for you. All right. Ultimately, those nukes are coming, and you're going to be wondering why you did everything that the white man said, but now you have a nuclear missile coming right to your house. All right. That's why we're supposed to be trusting on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay. We're supposed to be getting out of that mentality of going to this man's system for everything. All right, we're supposed to be getting out of that mentality of, when we're having ailment, going to the pharmaceutical industry. All right, when we have some type of problems, we're always going to Esau. What are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be, going to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And how do we do that? By his men. All right, by going into the scriptures. All right, and having that faith that the Lord will, get you through whatever you need to get through. All right, but like the scriptures say, the majority of our people aren't going to do that. All right, this is Isaiah 10 and verse 20, and the heading is what? a remnant will return. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. And who is that? Who's the one that smote us? All right. Esau. And what does it mean to stay upon him? To trust him. All right. So what? No more trust in Esau. All right. Why? Who are they going to be trusting in? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It says, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. All right. And that's what it's all about. Trusting in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in truth. All right. The one true doctrine. Understanding that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is in full control. This is his movie. All right. So why wouldn't you go straight to the source? All right. But what does the scripture say? That remnant, all right, the elect will go straight to the source. All right. Sirach 12:10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right. And that's one thing that, Thawadi Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, for our apostles, our elders going into these things, because, and through the Holy Spirit that, this has been revealed who our number one enemy is. All right. And our number one enemy is Esau Edom. All right. So we're never to trust this man, because what does it say? For like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. All right. He's still the wicked. All right. Nothing's changed. Just because, some different laws have come out and he's, kind of took a back seat does not mean anything. All right. When the scriptures say opposite, Revelation, the 12th chapter, I'm going to have to get it after this. Actually, I'm going to get it real quick. All right. Because, hey, the majority of our people are, they're going to be bugging out when this happens. All right. And they're going to still trust in Esau. Revelations 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. All right. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So no matter if you listen to him or not, that wrath is coming. All right. That more draconian measures are coming. All right. Quarantine caps, and they've already said it. I believe it was Schwab. All right, he said China is basically the prototype of what's going to be happening in these countries, and China's in full lockdown, and they got those camps. All right, Esau is just going to come with it because he knows he has but a short time, so he just has to try and implement a system, and he's going to do it not without discrimination. All right, he don't care if you listen to him or not. All right. But it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. All right. So knowing, who the devil is, knowing who our enemy is, what does it say again? Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. All right? Be pricked. Be pricked with what? Understanding to never trust thine enemy. Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? All right. And no one. All right. We read it. All right. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. All right. So you have one outcome if you trust the devil. All right. And that's destruction. It just is what it is. All right. Yep. It says, for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. And that's what's on Esau's mind. All right. He's the wicked. He has that deep-seated hatred for us. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. All right. And this is what's going to happen. All right. This is what's going to happen. Revelation, the 12th chapter. We read it. All right. This man's just going to go all out. His true horns. All right. his true face, his true self is gonna turn up. All right. So we're never to trust this man. Who are we to trust in? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Sirach 2:10. It says, you know what? Let me start up. It says, yep. Yeah, I'll just start verse 7. All right. Well, verse 6. It says, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. All right. And that's one thing we gotta learn. All right. And that's one thing being in this truth that is we do learn by experience. All right. Is what learning how to have patience. All right. Because Esau, he's all about instant gratification. All right. He'll give you a pharmaceutical pill to instantly, soothe some type of symptoms. All right. But it's not curing you. All right. It's not getting rid of the problem. But see, the Lord, he'll get rid of the problem, but it just might take a certain amount of time. All right. And that's part of suffering. That's part of waiting. All right. It says, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside, lest he fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. And ultimately, what's coming? The kingdom. All right. So if we believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we trust in what he's saying. All right. And we wait for the reward. As the scriptures say, the reward shall not fail. The Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is not a man that he should lie. But you know who is a liar? Esau. All right. It says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that call upon him? All right. And the answer is not one. All right. Everybody who called upon him. All right. Everybody who feared Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who trusted Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, not one of them was forsaken. All right. Not one of them was confounded. Not one of them was despised. All right. So this is our power. Our power is merciful. Our power, if we truly believe in him, if we truly trust in him, our power is not going to leave us out there, with our pants down, so to speak. All right. But Esau will. All right. Ultimately, Esau will kill us. If you trust in him, Esau will kill you. All right. And I'll get this last scripture and close out. This is Psalms 118:8. And it says, it is better to trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, than to put confidence in man. All right. And Esau is just a man. All right. So our confidence, our trust, our faith is supposed to be in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. We see prophecy speaking. That's something that he told us was going to happen. All right. We see this man's kingdom coming to an end. So you think the reward that's promised, all right, the righteousness that's promised is not going to come. All right. The Lord is not a man that he should lie. So what does it say? It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. And Esau is losing. All right. He's losing his grip. He's out of there. All right. He's basically out of there. He's going to make one last, hoorah. All right. But hey, there's nothing Esau can do. He can try, but hey, it's over. All right. It's over for Esau. So who are we supposed to trust? We're supposed to trust Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And like I said, being in this truth and being given that gift of faith, all right, and going through the little trials we go through in this truth, we learn how to trust in the Lord more and more. All right. And ultimately our trust, our faith is going to have to be built up to that extreme level, to get past the hour of temptation, which is, shortly going to be coming to pass. All right. But you know what? This is why we have these scriptures. This is why we go over this to comfort us and to know and to not forget that the Lord is true. All right. The Lord is righteous. The Lord is someone we can trust in. All right. And Esau, he's the worst person to trust. All right. If you trust in him, it'll only lead to your destruction. Hey, but Lord's will, this is edifying. Once again, call Haloim Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and above.